I still remember a time when my brain fog was so thick I felt like I was thinking through wet concrete. I tried everything: sleep optimization, supplements, meditation apps. Nothing really changed the baseline. Then I learned something about breathing that most people never hear. Nobody tells you this because it's boring. The breath is not just a function, it's a direct line into the part of your nervous system that decides whether you're in stress mode or recovery mode. And you can pull that line anytime you want. What I'm going to show you today: how to suppress inflammation on command, spike your focus, and completely reset your stress response, all in under 15 minutes. I show you 2 breathing techniques, which involve deliberate breath holds that will feel intense, but also slow everything down to a near meditative calm. They seem like opposites. They're not. They're training the same thing from different directions. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why it works. Not just the techniques, but the mechanism. So let's get into it. Most people are chronically stuck in low-grade sympathetic activation, not full panic, just a kind of background hum that never fully turns off. And it's so constant, your nervous system has started to mistake it for normal. Here's what that looks like: brain fog that doesn't respond to sleep, fatigue that coffee doesn't touch, a stress sensitivity that fires at anything that shouldn't matter, a full inbox, a comment, a plan that changed, a little bit of uncertainty. Your HRV, your heart rate variability, is low, your breathing is shallow and fast, and your inflammation is quietly elevated all the time. This isn't a weakness, it's a learned pattern. And here's the part most people get backward: more effort, more trying, more pushing through. This makes this pattern worse, not better. What actually rewires it is working with a lever most people don't know they have. After 20 years of training in traditional martial arts, Qigong, and holistic movement, and a decade of teaching breathwork and mindfulness, what I keep coming back to is this: the breath is the only thing you can do that directly controls your autonomic nervous system. Everything else, cold therapy, exercise, meditation, is indirect. The breath is a direct line, and there are 2 main levers. Once you understand them, everything I'm going to show you clicks. Lever 1: drop CO2 quickly through vigorous deep breathing, and you deliberately spike your sympathetic system, then release it again. Controlled stress as medicine. Lever 2: let CO2 rise slowly through reduced respiration, and you directly activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your recovery mode, on command. Both levers lead to the same place: a more resilient nervous system. And here's how to use them. There's a biological principle called hormesis that says small doses of stress makes the organism stronger. Cold exposure works this way, fasting works this way, exercise works this way. Hormesis breathing applies the same logic to the breath. This is the technique. Take 30 to 40 deep inhalations. Really drive the air in, filling the belly and chest fully. Don't force the exhale, just let it fall out. Let your breath escape. After the final exhale, hold. Let the breath go and just hold it. You will notice something unusual. The urge to breathe comes much later than you would expect. Notice what your hands are doing. There may be warmth spreading into the palms, a light tingling at the lips. That's normal. That's your CO2 dropping. Your blood becomes more alkaline and your brain suppressing the breathing reflex. Hold it as long as you comfortably can, typically 1 to 3 minutes. You will notice that each succeeding round you can hold your breath a little longer. Then take one full inhale and hold that again for about 15 seconds and then release. That's one cycle. Do this for 3 to 4 rounds in total. Originally practiced as Kumbhaka pranayama, now this technique is more widely known as the Wim Hof breathing, or how I like to call it, Hormesis breathing, because it describes the effect. Here's the counterintuitive part. What do you think creates inflammation? Stress is exactly what kills it when applied correctly. Very high levels of epinephrine or adrenaline, the acute spike you get with this method, actually suppress inflammation, not the chronic low-grade stress your body is already carrying, which feeds into it. A deliberate, controlled spike which shuts it off. From the outside, you look calm during the hold. Internally, there's a cascade. Epinephrine fires, the sympathetic system activates deliberately, and then something unexpected happens. The body drops into a deep meditative state. The stress turned on, then turned off. That's the training of your nervous system. A study showed that practitioner could voluntarily activate their sympathetic nervous system, something previously thought as physiological impossible. Anti-inflammatory cytokines rose by roughly 200%. Pro-inflammatory markers dropped by around 50%. A 2025 trial with 404 participants found that this method produced greater improvements in self-reported energy, mental clarity, and stress resilience than mindful meditation alone. So do this for 3 to 4 rounds, 10 to 20 minutes. On the days I do this first thing in the morning, the mental fog doesn't arrive at all. By the way, if you want to go deeper with your breathwork practice with live guided sessions, structured courses, a community working through these practices with you, I run the Breath Rituals Academy. The first week there is free. The link is in the description. Now, the second pathway of breathing. Now here's what I find genuinely fascinating. There's a Tibetan technique that achieves almost identical results, but it consolidates everything into a single breath, and it is over 1,000 years old. In remote monasteries of eastern Tibet, there are monks who dry wet sheets wrapped around their naked bodies. No external heat source, just breath and visualization. A study published in PLOS ONE, conducted partly at those monasteries, partly with Western non-meditators who had no prior meditation or breathing experience, confirmed that the forceful breath component of Tummo Breathing reliably raises core body temperature. EEG recordings showed simultaneous increases in alpha, beta, and gamma brainwave activity. Alpha is calm, beta is focused, gamma is peak perception. They don't usually all fire together. In Tummo practitioners, they do, not from years of spiritual practice, but from breath itself. Here's the accessible version. Take one complete inhalation, filling from the belly up, all the way into the chest. Hold. Then squeeze the intra-abdominal pressure downward toward the navel, contracting your abdominal and pelvic muscles as if you're bracing, top down and bottom up, which is why it's also called waist breathing. Hold for about 15 seconds. Then take one small sip of additional air. Hold again, and this time let the entire body go soft and relax. Stay there as long as you are comfortable. Then exhale, let the air escape through the nose and hold at the end of the exhalation. Repeat this for 5 to 15 minutes. What makes Tummo different from Hormesis breathing is the quality of the hold. Hormesis is a stress spike, activate, release, and then repeat. Tummo is more like a sustained focus. That empty hold at the bottom, lungs relaxed and empty, body completely still. That is where I find clear mental silence. It is not effort, it is the opposite of effort. The research suggests that the somatic component, the waist breathing itself, influences core body temperature and brainwave state directly. You don't need the monastery for that. You just need the breath. At the beginning of this video, I told you you can suppress inflammation on command, raise your body temperature, and reset your stress response just with your breath. I hope by now that doesn't sound like a claim. It sounds like a protocol you've understood from the inside out. Now, here's what I want you to do. Before you click to the next video, or tomorrow morning before you look at your phone, try 3 rounds of Hormesis breathing. Then come back and tell me in the comment section what changed. That's the only data that matters, your own experience. The Breath Rituals Academy link is below if you want guided sessions, structured progressions and courses, and a community doing this seriously with you. The first week is free, so try it out. See you in the next one. Bye.